Let's talk about Nick Sirianni. The more and more I hear about him, the more and more I like this dude. Very, very passionate guy. You need a guy like Nick Sirianni, and I think the Eagles got, possibly, according to Danny Woodhead, a Frank Reich Jr. Maybe. We'll see. So let's get into this video. A couple things I want to say. Number one, the more and more I read about Nick Sirianni, the more and more I'm very, very excited for this dude. This dude brings passion, brings explosive. He's tough on his players, okay? Doug Peterson wasn't tough. He was weak, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Y'all can disagree. I don't care. I think Doug Peterson was very, very weak on his players. Brandon Brooks said that Frank Reich helped him with his anxiety. That's a very open eye that Doug Peterson wasn't as, sweet as a head coach as we thought. Maybe he was a kind of a douche. I don't know. The Philadelphia Eagles hired a guy that I think could be Frank Reich 2.0. I think he's very underrated. I think a lot of people are sitting there saying that he's not ready, he's not this, he's not that. Well, Frank Reich said that he was ready. Multiple reports are saying that he's very young, he's very experienced, that he has game plan for the Indianapolis Colts in their season, worked with coaches, worked with players like Phillip Rivers, and a former quarterback that are comparing to Carson Wentz a lot, that's Andrew Luck. I think Carson Wentz is a better player, but that's my opinion. When he's on his A game, Carson Wentz is a better player than Andrew Luck. I don't see Andrew Luck as a elite quarterback. I think he's decent, but I don't think he's Carson Wentz, okay? The Philadelphia Eagles, to me, have got this one perfect, okay? He's a guy that I think is going to bring a lot to this team. He's very young. He works with his receivers. When you watch him on mic'd up, he works with his receivers. You see the fiery passion in this guy, okay? Something that Frank Reich has put in very instantly to his game plan to be a good head coach, okay? You need a guy that's very willing to work with you. He works with a lot of receivers. And one thing he's really good at is he's not a nonsense guy, okay? So if the practice is sloppy, he'll blow that freaking whistle and make you redo it. And I like that about him, okay? So you're not getting the puppy. You're getting the guy that pretty much is what the Eagles been wanting all along. And that's a Frank Reich type coach, okay? When I hear people say that he's a grocery bag or a grocery than Frank Reich, I think that's disrespectful because you don't know who he is. You never seen him. You never seen him as the Eagles head coach. So we can't judge off what we hear, okay? Now, there's been a lot of good things they've been saying. First of all, Indianapolis Colts fans are really upset with this move. A lot of Indianapolis Colts fans don't like this move, okay? And that's a good thing because a lot of teams who get hired by other coaches, they go after someone that's very successful, okay? The Eagles wouldn't just hire a guy that they don't know about, okay? And if they do, they will shame on them, okay? They hired a guy that I think is very, very similar to Frank Reich. Okay, we haven't had a guy like Frank Reich since 2017. It was very smooth in 2017. The run, the pass, the RPOs. Okay. And I think the Eagles needed that. They wanted that. Okay. Now, with Nick Sirianni, the Eagles could go in the draft this year and draft a guy like Jamar Chase. Draft a guy like Devontae Smith if he's there at 6. Okay. Can take a corner like Surtain. So many options the Eagles could go, but I guarantee it could be receiver in the first round. And one thing I think is because Nick Sirianni is a very young coach, and what is he? He's an offensive coordinator, wide receiver head coach. So he could fit a guy like Jamar Chase in the Eagles system. And how cool would it be to have a receiver and a new head coach? I mean, it's beautiful to think about. Just having that 6th pick and having a new head coach, it's fresh, and it's like the weight is lifted off her shoulders. Okay. When Carson Wentz rumors came up, it's a lot of emotions going around. Okay. All right, because we don't know where this team's going. But with this hiring, it means that Carson Wentz is staying. That these rumors that he's getting traded, I don't think it's happening. Okay, there's like a 99% chance that he's staying. Okay, people say, well, it's just, oh, this is typical hire. They just want to fix the quarterback. Well, that's why they hired him, to fix Carson Wentz and also help with this team to be back what they were in 2017, a smooth offense, run, pass, and play action. Something we have been lacking that Doug Peterson could not do. Excuse me, my headphones in my ear. You know what? Screw that. And I think this is very, very good hiring. Okay, I think Frank Reich was very, very missing in our offense. We have not had that smooth offense transition since 2017. Okay, and I think this is a very, very good move on Eagles' part. They went back to something that works. Okay, they didn't just hire a head coach. Okay, I would be upset if they hired a head coach from Andy Reid tree just because he's from Andy Reid. If it didn't fit your quarterback, then why would you hire him? Okay, and I'm glad John Dorsey stepped in the middle and said to Howie, you think about McDaniels? I think this guy would work. That means McDaniels, to me, was going to be a bad move. Now, I wanted McDaniels, but it sounded like the Eagles weren't comfortable with him. So something must have triggered them in the meeting. And I'm glad that Howie Roseman did not get the final say. Okay, that shows me that Howie Roseman no longer will be in charge next year. That John Dorsey is that dude. Okay, because I like the fact that John Dorsey, according to Sal Paolantonio, showed to Joey Shea, so go check his video, man. Very, very experienced YouTuber. Great work on him. Said that John Dorsey has so much power. Well, if that's the case, you can best believe he's going to have so much more in the draft, okay? And I think you can get a receiver in 6, and I think the Eagles will get a receiver at 6. If John Dorsey is in charge, the Eagles will take the best player in charge, okay? And I'm hoping that's the case because I don't trust Howie with the 6th pick. But that's not about Howie, and that's not about the picks. It's about the young offense coordinator that we brought as a head coach, okay? He worked with a lot of coaches, was from Kansas City, the Chargers, worked with Aaron Lynn, so you have experienced head coach. You didn't just hire someone off because he worked with Frank Reich. No, he had experience, okay? He's a wide receiver coach. He's a quarterback coach, okay? He works well with his quarterbacks, okay? And I think it would be a very, very, very good hire, especially a guy like Carson Wentz, who, you know, I think needs a fresh start. And I think it would be a fresh start to bring a new offensive mind that can revive him. Okay, Jared Goff needed revive. Fisher was destroying Jared Goff. Who did they bring? They brought a young offensive coordinator named Sean McVay. Alright, McVay and Jared Goff have been good. Now, reports, I don't know what's going on with them two, but that's not the point, okay? Baker Mayfield was looked at the bus. What did they do? They brought in Stefanski, whatever his name is, from Steven Stefanski, whatever his name is, Kevin Stefanski, that's who he is, from the Vikings offense coordinator, goes to Cleveland. They're in the playoffs, so it can happen, okay? The Philadelphia Eagles, I think, are very, very young. I think they have so much talent. I think that we need to start the young. I would get rid of Jason Peters, because if you start a new team, Alshon got to go, Deshaun got to go, but that's down the road. I think this is a very good young hire. And I'm not going to lie, I'm very, very pumped with this guy. I can't wait to see his press conference. Because if this dude comes out with this press conference and fires me up, then I want to play for him. I might want to play for this dude. Like, he fires me up as a head coach. He fires me up. Like, I want to play for him. I'm so excited with this hire. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Very, 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 very passionate guy. Like, if Danny Woodson said he was young Frank Reich Jr., let me know when I can play for him, because that is the type of guy that I want. I want a guy like Frank Reich. I want that 2017 vibe. We were smooth. We were so balanced, run, pass, but we also mixed it up. Screenplays, trick plays, okay? Reverse, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? This is what we thrive on. This is a guy like Jalen Reagor who can thrive with this guy like with Nick Sirianni as our head coach. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out.